again.
Yes. Wow.
Another episode of Unscripted.
Yep.
Probably watching this on either side of the old decade or the new decade.
Yeah. You fully could be in 2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly. It's just...
I can't believe it. I don't know where these last 10 years have gone.
I don't know as well.
This 10 years, in 2010, what we were doing GCSEs.
Yeah, practicing for GCSEs.
In year 10, no thinking about all the responsibilities that we're going to have.
Yeah.
Life has changed, boy.
Dramatically. And the thing is, it's so far away as well. Like,
yeah.
I remember when it was like 2011, 12, maybe 13. But now 2020 on the horizon.
2020. Wow. I remember being young and looking to like, 2020 and thinking like what kind of technology was going to be about.
Yeah.
There's going to be flying cars or whatever. Yeah, there's no flying cars, but I don't know, man. It's interesting. Yeah. It's weird, man.
It just sounded like exactly.
So distant.
So distant. So distant. And I just realized, like, I think a week or two ago, that it's even going to be a new decade as well.
Yeah. And when I deep that's when I was like, wow. Wow. I had to just sit down and actually just take it in. It's actually a new decade.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, that's what we're going to be speaking about in this episode. Regarding 2020, a new year. Yeah. Some people make resolutions. We all have our good habits, bad habits. But like, we're just gonna basically resurface the stigmas around, going into a new year, especially a new decade. Yeah. Certain things that, people should know by now does not work. One of the things especially is going to the gym.
Wow. Do you know what, first off, what do you think of New Year's resolutions? What do you think of resolutions? Do you make New Year's resolutions?
I personally do.
Yeah.
I do.
Do you stick to them?
I do my best. I think no. Hold on.
Do my best means I don't make it past
Okay. I'm finished. Every year, I've become more consistent in like staying course on them. Okay. Now, for example, this year, at the start of the year, I made a resolution now, for the most longest time in my life, I'm gonna keep up my cardiovascular fitness. Okay. And no word of a lie, for 6 months, I was, obviously playing football, I was on the treadmill, like cardiovascular wise, I was very fit for 6 months straight. Okay. Straight. Yeah. Like no breaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And even like when I obviously eventually fell off, I was like, wow, like I just did this for 6 months. Like, what else can I do? What else can I do?
6 months, that's way longer than a lot of people. A lot of people make the first 2 weeks of January and then that's it, go back to bad habits.
That's when Pure Gym makes money.
Exactly. They make serious money, but
people don't even use the service as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm even one of those people. I've given Pure Gym a lot of money. Boy, I've given a lot of subscription services a lot of money. My Amazon Prime, I can't remember the last time I used that thing.
Serious?
But yeah.
Listen, man, I'm the trial guy. I'm in and out.
Yeah.
Now, even sometimes I just go on you, even offer me the trial again. Okay. No worries. I'll use it.
Do you know what it is? I set the trial, do the trial, I'm telling myself, after the month or the week, however the trial is, I'll come out. But then I just forget about it.
Nah.
2 months, 3 months down the line, I'm still seeing this thing on my bill and I just can't be asked to just cancel it, so it's just there.
I don't even have to put a note down. I really have to put a note on my phone.
Yeah.
I just automatically remember, cancel the trial.
I don't know, man. Like, I literally cancelled one about like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I had WeTransfer at the premium service where everything. I don't know. I never needed it because unless you're trying to transfer like 500 gigs of data for stuff like a month, that's the only way that you would need it. But I had it for some reason. I wasn't using it. £10 every month. That's £120. Wow.
I think all of us, to an extent, all of us are saying, we have just some things that we just don't use it, etc. Yeah. But do you have...
with resolutions, I did used to make resolutions, and then I just got to a point that, because I see myself trying to do something because I told myself that I would do it, like based on the resolution, and especially like on social media, a lot of people do it. They're like, oh yeah, they'll say gym all the time, gym the next year, whatever. they'll be posting themselves from gym and then they'll just go quiet. But me, I was just like, if I'm gonna do something, I might as well just do it. Like, not put anything tight to anything. Just do it, kind of thing.
Fair enough.
The same way that you say you're gonna eat in a day. Like, you don't just say, oh yeah. Actually, you can't say you're gonna eat healthy, but you just get on with it. I think that's the mentality to have, because once you start saying, okay, yeah, like I'll change this year, whatever, you start sending back to your old habits, and then you go again. Next year we say the same thing, and you keep saying it.
True. So, is your philosophy then like it's better for you not to say anything?
Not say anything. Just do it. Don't say anything. Just do it.
So, don't you think like it would give if you write something down, you have at least a compass of like a direction of where you want to go?
It's true, but at the same time, I feel like everyone, up to a certain age, if you're past the age of 21, you should have that kind of responsibility or mental responsibility yourself anyway. So I don't think you need to write it down or say, oh yeah, that I'm going to do this, or tell everyone that you're going to do this or do that. Just do it.
Yeah. So do you discredit people that do that?
I don't discredit you, but just let me see how long you last for.
But
I'll screenshot everyone that's putting Ben's music on any social media. I'll screenshot it. I'll check up on you.
But you know what, thinking of it, I think the other side of it is also a fear as well, because some people might not write it because they know they're not going to do anyway. That's also bad.
That's true. That's also
bad. I can't be asked because like, nothing's going to change.
I feel like it's just mindset. You have to have the mindset to say they're going to change. Like, I don't feel like anyone should be the same as they were in the previous year. You should improve in one way. Even if you're living the best life, even if you're the most holy person or whatever, there's still stuff that you can work on. Maybe you can give more money to charity if you already give money to charity, or you can do this or more. So I don't know. I feel like it's just a mental thing. Everyone should have that mindset that they want to change in the new year. You don't have to tell anyone, but just do it. Just do it. If you're gonna tell people, but just make sure that you do it. That's the most important.
So what does an efficient, generally speaking, what does like an efficient year look like for you, or you said would look like for someone, if like they did like what you're saying, they didn't write anything down, but they just put their head down and did what they knew.
You know within yourself if the year has been efficient. You know how much time you could have invested to doing whatever you wanted to do at the time, and if you did it or you didn't do it, kind of thing. So it's only an individual that can say whether the year's been efficient or if they've lived it efficiently, kind of thing.
So basically, like setting goals as you go by. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, set goals as it goes by, but just
in the back of your mind, like you have like things that you want to do already, or is it just as it goes by?
You know, I can't tell anyone how to do it. I can't really tell anyone like this is the way to do it.
Life coaching.
Yeah, exactly. You and mine. Coaching. But anyway, I just feel like you just need to take responsibility of yourself, kind of thing. I think that should be everyone's resolution. Take responsibility of yourself.
Well, to be honest, you'll probably be surprised. A lot of people actually don't do that. Not throwing anyone under the bus, but you know, it's the truth. You know, and I think at least, as you said, like every year if you're making like improvements, that's the most important thing. That's the key thing. But then there's obviously attached to, you know, what I said before, that famous. I think in recent years become a famous saying of New Year, same me. I don't think people should be proud. You can't be proud of saying that. I personally think that you should never wait for the new year, you know, to make changes anyway.
I mean, you shouldn't wait. Exactly. A lot of people are doing that. Like a lot of people have stuffed their face from September to now because they told themselves that in January they're going to be serious.
That's true. I know people as well.
Exactly.
I know people that said
like that. There's people that told me, oh yeah, I'm going gym. Exactly. That's the thing. As I say, everyone just take responsibility of yourself, to be honest. But new year, new me. I mean, it depends what way you're looking at it. Like, I feel like there is a way where you can say new year, new me, and it can be positive. Like, if you're saying new year, new me, and that means that you haven't changed, like your moral values, or you haven't changed. Yeah. New Year, why I say New Year, New Year, same year, whatever, yeah, you haven't changed like your core principles or like what you're doing. That's calm. But if you're saying New Year, same year for like some trash, like, come on, man. You need to change. You need to adapt, man.
It's true. I mean, like, even you just can't. Okay, taking away New Year, whatever, for a second, you can't accept to just be going on along in life.
You can't ever. How can you say same me? Every year, every day, every minute, there's a different challenge. Exactly. There's something else. So how can you be the same person?
Yeah.
The same way that you would have reacted to something when you were 10-year-old is different from the way you would have reacted when you were 13, 2 close of 18, 2 close of 20, 21. It's all different. So how can you be saying same me? Well, some people are you want to be the same. That's fine.
I think it's a bit of a. There might be reasons behind it, but I think it's a bit of a defeated mindset as well.
I think so. But a lot of people won't look at it that way.
Yeah, I think it's a defeated mindset.
Do you know what it is? It's just one of those phrases and one of those things that doesn't look cool to say. Like, oh yeah, I'm just me, I'm real. Like, it's just one of those things that people feel like it's a cool credit. But
yeah, I mean, it can be a sad thing, but at least for me personally, like, I like to write things down. I don't like to write too many things. Like, for me, let's say there are different areas of life. There's like financial, health, blah blah.
Yeah.
I might write down a max of 2.
Yeah.
Just 2. Just 2 goals. Like, it's not for you to write.
Like that.
Because you don't want to make things hard for yourself.
Yeah. Stuff like that, I feel like write down or like a note down or something. That's the kind of resolution that people should be having. If it's to do with like business or like just furthering yourself in terms of things, but don't be having resolution to say that you're gonna start eating healthy. Eat healthy from now, from today, this day, today. Go and eat salad. Don't go to McD's. That's it. But like, if you're talking about like serious goals, like life-changing goals, like with your business or maybe your finances and stuff like that, yeah, you have to. I'll say you write that down because you need a constant reminder. You need something that's constantly telling you, yes, that this is what I want to get to. Yeah. These are the steps to get there.
You know what is funny? We're on track. I don't know if you saw, but there's this mum or whoever on social media. I don't know, but my mom told me, like, I think yesterday.
Yeah.
She posted on social media how she goes to McDonald's. She asked for like the spare packaging.
Yeah.
You know,
I haven't seen it.
She asked for like, you know, the boxes where they put the burgers, the chips, the chicken nuggets, stuff like that. And then she goes to Iceland to buy the chips, the chicken nuggets.
I'm up.
And she tells the kids, "Oh, I go McDonald's."
And the kids are buying.
Cruel. They're buying into it.
That's funny. Mad. Wow.
Cruel.
Wow.
Very cruel. If
that's real, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's very sad, man. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's cool. That was a child, bro. I find out I'll be cheating.
That's deep. That's trust issues. That is serious trust issues. That's a lie. That girl can't tell me off. What? That's a lie. You've been lying to me all my life. Are you even my parent? Are you my mom? Yo, we need to check all the facts.
But yeah, going back to what you said though, yeah, I think like writing down things is important though to an extent, because one thing that I've learned this year is that when actually two things, but the first main thing, because I just bought another one. The first main thing in relation to this is that your environment, how can I say it, is what motivates you, not necessarily when you just confine yourself maybe to certain time spaces. Like for example, there's this guy called Dan Locke who I've seen on YouTube. I don't know if you know him.
What's he?
Yeah, Asian guy. Okay, yeah. So basically, he was saying like, if you have an office, the things that will kind of keep you locked in, motivated, will be things that you see that trigger. Yeah, triggers. So things that you see around you that triggers, you know, productivity, creativity, you know. And I've personally seen over like different points in the year, especially like trying it a little bit lately, is that if I stick something like a person or somewhere else like that, and I continue to keep seeing it, it's it's like a constant reminder, you know. But then if you can't see it, it's like even imagination. If you can't even imagine it, it's not gonna happen anyway. You know, to an extent.
I'm about to try that. I'm about to take that on board. I've never actually thought about it like that. But yeah, it's true, you know. If you've got constant reminders of something, something that you need to do, you will all the time end up doing it.
Because your mind will continue revisiting, you know. That's why I started, you know. That's why I have to do this, you know, etc., etc. You know, so I think
maybe that's my New Year's resolution.
But yeah, that's the tip anyway. Another thing I realized, and I think we spoke about in the last episode anyway, but hard work can be, especially going into the new year, hard work, consistency is hard work. And productivity is valued over being busy.
Wow. Wait, can you repeat that again? I think you guys didn't catch it.
Consistency itself is hard work. And productivity is valued over just being busy.
Wow.
In anything. You think about it.
It's true. I was just thinking, trying to put examples in my head. It's true.
Like even if you think about it, like in terms of like gym and stuff like that, you know, it's not about going to the gym maybe like even 3 times or 4 times a week. I think when I was doing the cardio thing, I think I only went like twice. But like it was every week, every week.
Consistent. It was consistent.
Know?
It wasn't twice a week, 1 week and then wait for another.
But even the time I was spending there, like it was productive because I was doing what I needed to do. You know, I wasn't like not being efficient. And get the benefits as well.
Do you use your phone in the gym?
For music?
Okay.
No, I'm not those people. Listen, you take it.
Because there's some guys in the gym.
Man.
I'll see them, okay, let's say if it's benching or something, sitting up like this, pull out the phone in the pocket. I just see them just like this on the phone. I'm there looking because I'm waiting for this guy to go.
Exactly.
The guy's there for like 2 minutes. Cool, maybe go back down. Push.
Like
for 5 minutes now. I'm thinking, what kind? You're not even gonna build any muscle like that.
No.
Because that's too much of a rest. You're not even doing anything.
That's never been busy.
That's nonsense.
Complete nonsense.
You're wasting your time. You're actually wasting your time.
Like 2 years ago, actually, I started saying, when people do that, I say, "Oh, can we rotate, please?"
Yeah.
And then you come back and do your thing. It's just nonsense. You're there, Instagram, blah blah. You know. And that's how you even stop coming to the gym eventually as well, probably.
Yeah.
You know. There's another tip there, you know.
Cut it. Don't bring that into 2020.
Yeah.
Don't bring that into 2020.
Like, cut distractions. I think distractions is a big thing.
But it's hard to cut distractions out.
It's true. It's hard, to be honest.
In one form, one way.
It's true.
There's always going to be distractions.
It's true, but it's necessary.
It's all about management. Time management.
Yeah.
Time management.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think that's where like productivity comes in as well. Like, because you can like have a social life, enjoy yourself, you know, chill, relax, but just know when it's time to like, okay, now I need to do this. You know
the balance.
It doesn't even need to be like a long task or a lot of effort, but it's just that discipline, you know. Otherwise, there's never gonna be like a line in the sand, you know, where you need to stop doing this or you need to go and do this, you know, etc. So I think that's interesting, but I think it's like that thing that I learned, you know, about productivity and busyness and that stuff. That's wow, because when you put in perspective, like the year, because we're talking about a year, the year of 2020 is going to be a long year, and you're not going to do everything in 1 week, 1 month. But if you take gradual steps in everything that you do, you will definitely progress.
You will
somewhat.
100%.
Maybe not where you want to be, but you'll make considerable progress in anything that you want to do.
I would say, like, whenever like you work hard at something or work enough or put in the hours or something, you will always get some level of reward. You always get it back. Like, there's nothing. No one can give me an example of somebody that has put in a certain amount of effort and has not received their reward. If you're true to yourself, I don't think there's any example where that's happened.
That's true.
So
you've really got I think you got to find the middle, like let me use the economic term, the equilibrium.
Okay.
The middle basically, the point where, like what you said, you're taking that into account, but also you're just taking the little steps, you know, and you're being patient. And I think the patience is a big thing, you know. Gary Vee, the guy that we watched now again, big on that. Patience, man. Like, even in this year, if you don't even reach all your goals, you'll get somewhere. You definitely will do, but it's not a race.
It's not a race, but that doesn't mean be lazy, man. Come on.
No, 100%. 100%. And it means as well, start now. Don't just wait for like,
don't wait for
big bands.
Don't wait for big bands for fireworks, man. Start now. Start now. There's many people saying, yeah, we're gonna start new year, this or that. No, just start now.
Start now, man.
Start now.
Like, kind of, even like, think of it like, the way I like to think of it is like, get a head start. Like,
exactly. I was actually thinking of like one analogy, spin analogy. You don't, when they say go, you don't then do on your marks, get set. You're set before they say, before you go. So that's the same thing.
Exactly.
My days.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that all this can kind of relate into. You know, especially like that head start, because if you wait for other people, because I think subconsciously when people say that or when we've done that, it's kind of weighing on other people. Sometimes, I don't think all the time. And if that is the case, that means as well, like, probably when they stop, you're gonna stop too. And then if you start, you're ready and you're kind of alone and whatnot, but you yourself at least made the decision to. When people start or stop or whatever, like, you already made, you know.
It's true. That's true. That's a good analogy.
I think DJ Khaled will be proud. A lot of major keys.
Major keys.
A lot of major keys being dropped here.
But yeah, talking about going. Actually, let's see what go over this decade. What would you say was like your best year in this decade, for whatever reason?
I think there are a few. I think it would be hard to pick out one singular one. Wow, I think there were just a few defining years, you know. I could share. I think getting married last year was 2018. I think my first year of college, I didn't do too well. I had to redo that year of college. I failed. I think that was the defining year, because even though that I was so young, like, I already learned, overcoming failure. What a lot of people are scared of. You know, and that's even another topic itself.
A lot of people don't know how to react to that.
It's true.
A lot of people are not ready for it. They're not ready for it.
Especially having African parents. I'll never forget, I did not know how to even tell my parents that, I have to redo another year. For them, that's not even the vocabulary.
That's
not there. What? It's mad. But yeah, that was especially, you know, because obviously being so young as well. When you, like, what I'm really appreciative is that, like, as we're young, we've learned already a lot of lessons that will save us a lot of time, you know, in the long run. You know, that builds character, you know, and like pushes further in life in like different areas and stuff. So okay, maybe not one, but I think those two.
Some divine moments.
Definitely.
Literally every year there's been something, whether it was a learning lesson, like I had to learn something, or like just been enjoyable. I don't know. Starting from the beginning of the decade, like we were obviously still in secondary school. Like those were definitely like some of the best times. It was just fun. You didn't have no responsibility. Like I didn't know that this is life now. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't, you have so many responsibilities. And I remember when I used to hear adults like talk about this, I was like,
people say, you better enjoy it now while you can. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I wish
life's gonna be like this.
I enjoyed it, but I wish I cherished it, kind of thing.
But Yeah, those early years were definitely good. But then, like, I'll say the transition years, like maybe going into uni and like sixth form times as well. Those are very interesting times because like I was meeting a lot of new people.
Yeah.
Like my circle was changing as well, just because people are doing different things. And yeah, I think that was a very defining time because like I was still finding myself as well, like what I'm interested in, and like yeah, man, I don't know. I can't. Again, I asked the question, but I don't even know how to answer. I can't put one yet.
Yeah.
But
the one thing I would though pull from what you said is that you embrace change.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. Like even going into this new year, new decade. Yeah. Even just starting a new day, like some things will change. You need to embrace it. It's probably, you know, rinsed out and maybe used too much that, oh, you need to embrace change. Change is good. Yeah. But it's necessary, you know. Otherwise, you just be, you know, with that, just living by that phrase of new year, new decade, new day, and like same me. But you need to embrace it. It's like evolution, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like evolution. We're not
kiddo to adulthood. I don't know why that came in my head. I don't know why that stuff was just like
if you want a good analogy, that's probably one there. But yeah, I think change is definitely it's the most important thing.
Yeah.
If not one of the most, like embracing change, knowing that like things, you will definitely encounter things you didn't expect. Like as you said before, you just have to adapt. You just have to, you know, you can prepare the best, but yeah. That's why, to an extent, like I actually agree with what you said about, you know, not necessarily writing something down and just like as you go along, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, and now I'm just gonna go do it. You know, because that's what life is anyway. You know, that's what we're learning. That's what you learn when you grow up. But it's a big lesson. I think it's oversighted a lot. I think it's oversighted, you know, a lot. You know, embracing change, seeing that, you know, the problem of today, the problem of tomorrow, you know, you can actually find a solution out of it. You know. Yeah. And that sometimes, you know, not just asking, you know, why is this happening, but try and understand, you know, what it could mean, or how, you know, what benefit could come out of it. Yeah. Because I think when people don't embrace change, that's when like maybe whatever goals or plans they made, they just give up on it because they might not have expected to encounter a certain thing, or they just give up.
Yeah. That's a valid point. That's a very valid point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I think since we're on the topic as well, what would you say? Alright, let's talk about pop culture. Pop culture wise, was your top 3 defining moments?
Wow.
Maybe not pop culture wise of the decade. Top 3.
I feel like Brexit, the whole Brexit thing.
Do you know what?
It has to be there because
it's hard to imagine how long has it been going.
3 years, is it 4 or 3 years? Whatever it is, that word has been. I've heard that word everywhere I go. Whether someone talk about it on the bus, or I see a poster, or I come home and it's on the news, or they just randomly talk about it in a TV show or on YouTube, it's everywhere. So to not add that to the list, even that word is annoying.
Boris Johnson.
Brexit.
Boris Johnson.
What's been defining? Whew. There's been a lot of just interesting.
Is Brexit even going to the new decade? Dude?
Yeah, it is. I don't know, maybe even to the following after the one after that. Don't know, maybe. Wow. Of the decade. Boy, I don't know. There's been so many things that I just.
Or we can go one for one maybe.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah. Say one, I'll say one.
Okay, probably we shouldn't probably do it in no particular order, just like 3.
Yeah.
One. Pop culture wise, I think off the top of my head, definitely like superhero movies, Avengers.
Oh yeah. Oh, how can
That's
I forget?
crazy.
How can I forget? Yeah.
Since when the superhero movies?
Yeah.
From the first Avengers, I remember.
Marvel actually they did a madness because
They
clocked the game. They managed to keep like people that are actually avid like comic book readers or people that are interested in like superhero stuff, and then actually still attract people that are not that don't care for these things.
Exactly.
So no, hats off to them. Hats off to them.
It's just incredible how like just comic book superhero movies, like to the point where people are not even into like Avengers and stuff, but Endgame.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
The numbers that I think did, wow.
To the point where like, if people would spoil the movie for people on that weekend, you would die.
Yeah, no, for real, yeah.
Whoa.
If anyone ever tried to spoil Endgame for me, I don't know what I've done. I don't know, because I was thinking about it. I remember like
someone go in the comments section on YouTube on a random video.
I actually remember this. I was in the ICT lesson. You think, what's this guy, Mr. I'm not gonna repeat his Sunday. If you know him, shout out to him.
Oh yeah, I forget that guy.
I remember I was in the lesson.
I just wanted to be taught by him. I never got taught by him. He looked like a special character from far.
But yeah, what do you call it? I remember like going on and looking at all the upcoming films like that were gonna be like at the end of the decade. Like I remember seeing like Avengers. It wasn't even titled Endgame yet. Like even Infinity War, we knew that it was gonna be something to do with Infinity War, but we never know. Like, thing. And just looking at all the films that were gonna come out,
crazy.
And I remember thinking like, this is time away. I can't believe we are actually here. That's why when I watched Endgame, it was more than just watching the end of the thing. It was like, wow, this is actually the end of an era. Like this is it's true. This is for me personally. Yeah. Because I was a kid when they started all this thing, and then now
it's true. Now like you're a young man.
Yeah,
like
I'm grown.
Okay, number 2 for you.
I would say, football-wise, I'll bring in football. Like the departure of like Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger, because these are like managers. Like football, well for me, and I'll say for you first, because this is something that we all know and love. We grew up with football. Football was our life. So, and these are now managers that we've seen that from the beginning of when we first recognized what football is to now.
Exactly.
Those guys were around.
Yeah, exactly.
So those guys going is crazy. I feel like my dad when I talk about it now, because I remember my dad used to be talking about all these guys like Kenny Dalglish, all these guys from back in the day. And I'm like, hey, come on, man. Hey, times. But I feel like that when I was talking to my little brother. Like when I'm mentioning some of these players, I think this is the end of a generation of players in general. Anyway, like the moment like people like Messi, Ronaldo, definitely once they've gone, that's pretty much it. Like who else is still about? Yeah, man.
But slowly over the decade, like all these legends have been retiring.
They've been retiring.
Yeah, all of them one by one.
Yeah.
Dan, Thierry.
Yeah.
Wow. Did Beckham retire this decade?
He did.
Wow.
All these guys, all these greats. Yeah.
But the funny thing is like when they're playing, you feel like they'll play forever.
That's the thing. And I feel like
as well.
Yeah, especially because we were young at the time, we just felt our whole perception of time in general anyway, it was just like things just felt longer. As you get older, I feel like things become short and you actually can like see what time is kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, I think for me, number 2, no particular order, my second one is UK rap getting recognition.
Okay, that's I know what my number 3 is gonna be then. Go on.
Big one. I mean, just the exposure of grime, UK rap, all the other subgenres of like UK music. Now getting listens and exposure in the ratings and respect, most importantly, especially in a place like the United States where obviously music is big. You know, I think one really defined moment, maybe it might be overlooked a lot, was when on Drake's album, arguably one of the most popular artists on the planet, when his album in 2017, he had gigs on 2 songs and Skepta on 1 song. So that was like, wow.
Yeah.
That was crazy because I remember even watching a YouTube clip after that. People were like saying, "Oh, did you hear this song? This song?" Like this. So I said, "Like, yeah, I've never heard it, but like this guy's really dope or something like that."
Yeah.
And like even if you go on YouTube now, you see Americans or people all around the world doing like reactions to UK rap, or UK R&B, or and yeah, it's just wow.
That is definitely.
I'll even put actors in there as well because there are a lot of UK actors.
A lot of actors that are getting recognition, and yeah, man, it's UK. Wow. In terms of like media music, this has been a good decade. You've definitely like been exposed to the world. So yeah, like even to the point that a couple artists from like the States are kind of mimic the sound, the UK sound. In certain aspects. So yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, shout out everyone in the UK scene.
Definitely.
For me, that brings me to my one then, Afrobeats. I have to bring up Afrobeats. Because
you could not have.
I can't skip that one because I feel like we went from a time where like number one, talking about Africa in general, like everything that people thought of Africa was just poverty and poor and just like just nothing good really coming out. Even though Afrobeats has been around for a while. There's been some pioneers like Two-Face, I don't know, Nice. There's a lot of guys that were doing it. Those are the pioneers in like the previous decades. But this decade, I feel like it's really taken off. Like, and that's down to like certain artists like Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy. Now, Burna Boy has taken this thing to different heights. To the point that this decade is mad because at the beginning, who was it? Like Jay-Z signed, what's this guy's name that made thing? Oliver Twist.
Oh yeah.
What's this guy's name? You guys will remember, but yeah. And then like even like people like Wizkid doing like making songs with like Drake or like Meek Mill making a song with like Davido or stuff like that.
Tory Lanez doing the soccer remix.
Exactly. Yeah, Afrobeats is really there, man. I feel like Afrobeats has even taken over like the whole basketball soccer kind of thing. That's it. I
remember he even did a video with Kanye. When I first saw it, I was like, wait, these two words together, like, you know what I mean? This is impossible.
So, yeah, man. So Afrobeats, like, I'm happy like for where Afrobeats has gone, and it just paints another picture of Africa as well. That there actually is talent, there's art there, and not everyone is living in poverty, and people are coming out of poverty, and I think it's even attracting people to Africa as well. Like even the amount of people that are in Nigeria and Ghana this month. It's crazy. Try and get a flight to
You're gonna break your pocket, man.
You will break your pocket. Your bank will crack. Oh my days.
100%.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, like it's unheard of. Like even let's say the start of the decade, as we're talking about, if you said, artists are going to tour in like Ghana, Nigeria, you'd be like, what? Why would not us go there? Like,
do you know what I mean?
What do you know over there?
But
now it's like, no, this is normal now.
Yeah.
And going on to your point as well, like I wouldn't say that Africans were ashamed of Africa, but I think more people are now more proud.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's cool now.
I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
There were certain times in secondary school, whatever, where I was thinking, I was always proud of where I'm from and everything like that, but now I say I wear it with a badge. Like I'm African, like I'm Nigerian kind of thing. So that's also down to the whole development and all of that. So
yeah, definitely 100%. And I think for me, my last one, it's very generic, but I think we definitely could not miss it. Is social media in itself.
That's true.
Social media in itself.
That's true. That's actually wow. That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one. That's definitely the biggest one, because I don't feel social media has never been at the level that it is now. No. It's never had the pulling power. It's never been the thing. No. Like previously, Facebook was around
but that was like the early stages.
Yeah, but that was still social media wasn't used like this. I don't think people were really monetizing off anything on Facebook or maybe MySpace. People promoting themselves and stuff like that. Yeah, but this last 10 years, 100%. How can I forget that?
And so fast, yeah, exactly. So fast.
So fast. It's like no one saw it coming. It just, boom, it just happened.
Now you connecting with people. Like, I literally remember even in school, like, it was Blackberries.
Yeah.
10 years ago, it was Blackberries.
Blackberries were the thing. BBM. Hey. Wow.
Now there's just so many means to, like, connect. Like, you can even, let's say social media and internet, like, you can even, for example, set up a mortgage or whatever without even meeting that person physically.
Yeah.
You don't need to meet people physically anymore.
You actually don't need to. It's
It's
so that's the biggest one. That's the biggest one. I can't believe that was even first with.
It literally came to my mind.
Wow.
And also another thing that I heard, and it's true in relation to this, is that because of that, there are almost no gateway keepers to a lot of things.
It's true. It is true.
You know, how many people have built careers or you know, furthered their projects or whatnot through it?
It's true, and you can do that by yourself because all you need is a phone. That's actually it. All you need is phone and internet. You don't even need internet. Just go to McDonald's and use their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, for real. Like it's just crazy. Like, and that's opened so many opportunities. You know, for different people. And also, it's also allowed there to be more awareness about different situations. Now, like, some things that go in the world, they can't be hidden anymore. They can't be hidden. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Because all it takes is gone around the world. There's one episode. Have you watched Black Mirror?
I haven't.
Okay, you should watch Black Mirror. But yeah, there's this one interesting episode that. Well, basically, it was just basically what we're talking about. Someone said something around the world that shouldn't. But anyway, it's just, social media, man. It's just, I'm trying to think of where does social media go next? Do you think that there will be a point where we don't use social media, or do you think we're too far gone? Like, it's always going to be a part of us now?
I think we're going in the direction of where the balance is going to be tipped too much on that side. Where it's more social, electronic, stuff like that, and it's less interactive. So I think before, probably the decade before, it was more, you know, interactive. Like, I have to meet you, I have to call you, we have to meet together. You know, all these things, like information could be hidden and stuff like that. But now it's probably on the other side. We're going in the direction of, like, there's less privacy. You can connect with people more on these platforms, but maybe not like it's like the lost art or essence of, like, actually having a social relationship with actual people, you know, in person. That's what I think personally.
Wow, man.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. In the next 10 years, how are we going to be talking? Like, how are we going to look back on social media?
I think it's a bit scary.
It is scary.
Yeah.
It is scary.
If we made really these leaps and bounds, and it's not even from the very start of this decade.
That's the thing.
It's probably like from 2014,
I feel like we are actually living in the most interesting time. Like, us lot, like, born in this period, because we've seen so many changes in such a quick time. I don't think there's ever been this kind of, like, level of, like, development, like, technologically, like, in every aspect, like, this rapid. In our lifetime, we've gone from phones, brick phones, to phones that are computers.
BV now. Now your phone does everything.
For real.
I remember, like, Mr. Dilly in Central when he bought the first iPhone 4, was it? And that phone was like, wow, that phone would be everything. Now, if I was to see that phone now, I would throw it. You might as well have a brick.
That is a brick. That is a brick.
Maybe it's dual SIM. They have dual SIM as well. They even have dual SIM.
I actually need a dual SIM phone. I'm not gonna lie. I need it. So I could go be cooling back home at night and that. But it's crazy, man. It's actually crazy.
Wow, unbelievable. Well, anyway,
who knows what the next decade holds, man?
Yeah, but I guess the most important thing is just, you know, get ready for change.
Yeah. That's it. That's actually it.
Probably one of the main things to take away. You know, get ready for change, get ready to adapt. You know, because if you don't at least prepare yourself.
Yeah, you actually need to be ready. I was just thinking of one example because I was watching something like yesterday as well. It's like Jamie, so he made he's creating a new album and he's not putting it on the street. Yeah, it's out now in fact, yeah. And he's not putting it on any streaming platform.
Really?
So he's selling physical copies.
Only?
That's it, only.
That is different.
And that's just like,
and that's
wow,
that
is very bold. It's very bold.
This year.
This year, yeah.
I can't remember.
It's recent, yeah. I was just watching one interview with him yesterday, and he was just talking about it, and he had some very valid points, very interesting points, because it was just like the whole streaming kind of thing. It takes away kind of the value of the music in the sense that like if you've got a physical copy kind of thing. Like when my dad talks about like certain CDs or certain songs, you can see what it means to him. You can see that it takes it back to a certain time. Yeah. But now we've got so much. The music is so easy. Like
just play, pause.
It's quick. Like we can't really. Yeah. So
wow,
you can actually attack. So that's what he was saying. I was like, that is deep. That's wow.
Everything's going digital soon, man. Like even the movies, video games as well.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe in a couple of years, you might not even be eating tangible food. Might be you might be just getting chance.
It's crazy, like everything. I think probably that's the last thing to.
That's the last thing. If it ever gets to a point where I have to plug myself into a socket.
It's
oh
mad.
my gosh.
But anyway, guys, that's wrapping up.
Yeah.
I think we'll come with the title as well for this.
What's it? New Year Same Me.
New Year Same Me. Actually, New Year Same Me question mark. Yeah, I think you would have probably clicked on it because of that title anyway. So we'll leave it as that. Unscripted. Out for 2020. We got some interesting plans. We're gonna take this to the next level. We're having more people on. Doing things that even podcasts in our town, whatever, I'm not doing, but I've spoken too much.
In fact, next time you see us, we might be somewhere else, but
don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, you don't know. Take care. Peace.